Friends, welcome for another day of trying our best to understand our Bhagavata Ramayana Shastra and see what sadhana it is indicated, why they are given, and how we have to practice them for ourselves to evolve spiritually, get rid of all troubles, miseries, bondages come because of the non spiritual materialistic life. So, Bhagavatam Dashama, Dwadasha Skandha, Adhyatma Ramayanam, and then we will have our little bit of Lalita Sahasranama Parayanam. Let us start. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha Nigamakalvatarorgalitam Phalam Shukamukhadamrutadravasamyutam Pivada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvibhavukaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudidayet Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yonta Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Kila Shakti Dharaswadhamna अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः महाविष्णवे नमः ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षिये सूतमहामुने शौनकादृशिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशिभ्यो अत्रादृशिभ्यो मत्स्यादवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तनेभ्यो आदित्यानवग्रदेवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः श्री आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः श्री आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत रामायणादि पुराण इतिहास शास्त्रोक्त भगवत भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक संस्कृते हैंदव संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण पुनः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम तत्कृते कंकणबद्ध समस्त साधक सेवक भक्तोपासक संस्थानां संस्थापकानां चाइरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यादि समस्त शक्ति साधना संवदावाप्ति द्वारा समस्त शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमद्वादश स्कन्धस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं तदनन्तरं श्रीमद् अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं तदनन्तरं श्री ललितामाधव सहस्रनामावल्याः पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे सर्वे देवताः रक्षां कुर्वन्तु ओम अतादौ दशमस्कन्धः. Here in the 10th skandha we are seeing Shri Krishna Sandesha to Gopikas through Uddhavji who are already paripakva in their ananya prema to the Lord. Their hearts are single pointed, they are purified, they want nothing of this world or any other world or anything related to any of their individual personalities. So Atma Samarpana they have done. They deserve and they very well can receive the Tattva Jnano. Therefore, Uddhavji ke dwara, that being the final knowledge or stage to be reached, Bhagavan sends this Sandesha. So half of it we saw it. Let us continue. Chanting from 29 we will do. Let us see how much we can take the discussion. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Atha Saptachatvarimshodhyayah Shri Shukauvacha Shri Bhagavanuvach Bhavatinam vinivyogo me nahi sarvatmana kvachido यथा भूतानि भूतेषु खं वायुवग्निर्जलं मही तथाहं च मनः प्राण भूतेन्द्रियगुणाश्रयः आत्मन्येवात्मनात्मानं सृजेऽहन्यनुपालये आत्ममायानुभावेन भूतेन्द्रियगुणात्मना आत्मा ज्ञानमयः शुद्धः अव्यतिरिक्तो अगुणान्वयः सुषुप्तिस्वप्नजाग्रद्भिः मायावृत्तिभिरीयते येनेन्द्रियार्थान् ध्यायेत मृषा स्वप्नवदुत्थितः तन्निरुन्ध्यादिन्द्रियाणि विनिद्रः प्रत्यपद्यत एतदन्तः समाम्नायः योगः साङ्ख्यं मनीषिणां त्यागस्तपोदमः सत्यं समुद्रान्ता इवापगाः यत्त्वहं भवतीनां वै दूरे वर्ते प्रियो दृशां मनसः सन्निकर्षार्थं मदनुध्यानकाम्यया यथा दूरचरे प्रेष्ठे मन आविश्य वर्तते स्त्रीणां च न तथा चेतः सन्निकृष्टेक्षिगोचरे मय्यावेश्य मनः कृत्स्नं विमुक्ता शेषवृत्तियतो अनुस्मरन्त्यो मां नित्यम् अचिरान् मामुपैष्यथ या मया क्रीडतारात्र्यां वनेऽस्मिन् व्रजा स्थिताः अलब्धरासाः कल्याण्यः मां पुर्मद्वीर्यचिन्तयां श्रीशुकोवाच एवं प्रियतमादिष्टम् आकर्ण्यव्रजयोषितः तावूचुरुद्धवं प्रीताः तत्सन्देशागतस्मृतेः गोप्यौचुः दिष्ट्या हितो हतः कंसः यदूनां सानुगोघकृतो दिष्ट्याप्तैर्लब्धसर्वार्थैः कुशल्यास्ते च्युतोऽधुना कच्चित् गदाग्रजः सौम्य करोति पुरयोषितां प्रीतिं नः स्नग्धसव्रीड आसोदारेक्षणार्चितः कथं रतिविशेषज्ञः प्रियश्च परयोषितां नानुबध्येत तद्वाक्यैः विभ्रमैश्चानुभाजितः अपि स्मरति नः साधो गोविन्दः प्रस्तुते क्वचिदो गोष्ठीमध्ये पुरस्त्रीणां ग्राम्याः स्वैरकथान्तरे ताः किं निशाः स्मरति यासु तदा प्रियाभिः वृन्दावने कुमुदकुन्दशशाङ्करम्ये रेमे कोणच्चरणं नूपुररासगोष्ठ्याम् अस्माभिरीडितमनोज्ञकतः कदाचितो अप्येष्यतीह दाशार्हः तप्ताः स्वकृतया शुचा सञ्जीवयन्नुनो गात्रैः यथेन्द्रो वनमम्बुदैः कस्मात् कृष्णः इहायाते प्राप्तराज्यो हताहितः नरेन्द्रकन्या उद्वाह्य प्रीतः सर्वसुहृद्वृतः किमस्माभिर्मनौकौभिः अन्याभिर्वा महात्मनः श्रीपतेराप्तकामस्य क्रियेतार्थः कृतात्मनः. Wonderful, all these slokas. We have to only, with our mind brought, single pointed, concentrated, with the intellect, with Shraddha, when we do the study of these portions, our hearts become filled with Bhagavan Mahima, Bhagavad Jnanam, Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Sharanagati, leading to Bhagavad Anugraha and Bhagavad Prapti and Mukti. May we all be always in this mood of Adhyatmika sadhana. So Bhagavan's Upadesha. Yeah? Is it for others also, Gupta ji? I'll ask Gupta ji. Gupta ji, is it okay? Huh? हरिओम. अभी कैसा है? Any change? हरिओम. हाँ हाँ ठीक है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना. Is it okay? हाँ, होना तो नहीं चाहिए. बट आपका भी मुझे साउंड ब्रेक क्यों आ रहा है? शिवा, शिवा, हेलो. Okay. But But I am also getting breakage. Why? Is it my mistake? Now you tell Vinod Garu, can you speak out? Hari Om? Vinodamma? Hello? Please put off your mute. Come to unmute. हेलो गुप्ता जी कुछ बोलते रहिए हेलो हरिओम but it should be clear, otherwise there will be no interest. Vinod Garu, can you reply? How is it now? Gupta Garu? Yesterday, at length, we were exhaustively discussing कि finally, only when our drishti becomes tattva drishti, drishti becomes atma drishti, when our drishti becomes brahma drishti, then only we can come out of all dukkha causing the dvaita drishtis. How much ever we are evolved otherwise, in our upasanas, in our punya karmas, in so many things, if even our vision that one substratum Paramatma is not there, and from that standpoint, if we are not seeing, and then we are seeing through the any upadhi drishti, the only thing the upadhi does is they create the dvaita. When from the dvaita drishti we see, always there will be either raga or dvesha or viraha adi tapa. We can never avoid. Now, this is the ultimate, both ways. There is no better example than Gopikas for Krishna Prema. Yet, again, they alone are the example. There is so much Prema, again, they are Dukhi. And therefore, Lord took that opportunity to teach not only Gopikas but to all of us that this is not enough, your Ananya Bhakti towards me. That emotional Ananya Bhakti should be made Tattvika. Therefore, I am giving you the knowledge of Tattva Drishti, Atma Drishti, which is very, very Sukshma, Ati Sukshma. But there is no way than gaining that to remove from the heart every other Dvaita Drishti, which definitely at one time or the other going to give us Dukkha. Therefore, straight away he says, your Viyoga I am not at all feeling. Because my drishti is not deha drishti. My drishti is, I am seeing the self in each one of you. I am seeing the self behind my own, this Krishna avatara. And this self in me, this self in you are always one. I have done my own exercise of seeing from that standpoint. Therefore, I am not finding any viraha with you, viyoga with you. And then now Bhagavan talks about he as a Paramatma, alone with his own Maya Shakti, he is imagining or projecting entire world of multiplicity. This sentence is applicable to you and me also when we look from the pure conscious self standpoint. If that conscious self point we don't reach, only from the Jiva standpoint we are still living, these statements that I only am the creator of the world is not valid. Because Jiva is not the one who with his Maya Shakti creating the world, it is Ishvara or Paramatma under whose control Maya is there, as we were studying morning in our Yoga Darshana class also. Therefore, I as a Jiva is bound. But behind my Jiva Bhava, there is Atma Vastu. This Atma in me and the Atma Sarvavat is, everyone is same. That Paramatma, with his Maya Shakti only, projecting the whole world, maintaining the whole world, dissolving the whole world into itself, like the spider projecting the web, staying in that web, taking it back into itself. So Atmanyeva Atmanatmanam Sruje Hanmi Anupalaye Atmaya Anubhavena Bhuta Indre Gunatmana. So therefore always as a Alpa Shakti Yukta Upadhi we are Jiva, we have to accept Ishvara and we do Saranagati to Ishvara. But beyond, even though these Alpa Shaktis we have, beyond these Alpa Shaktis, what is there is one Paramatma Sachidananda, which alone is there behind everyone. From that standpoint, we are one with the Paramatma. So that Paramatma is Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is Parabrahma Paramatma for us to become one with, to avoid all the Dvaita and all Viraha. At a lower level, Krishna is an Ishvara, we are Jiva, we have to keep on surrendering to Him. And in our bhakti and surrender to Krishna, all our other attachments to these koshas, as well as to anything in the world, because of these koshas, we have to pull us away from those attachments. These are all delusory created. They are all there only because we value them. But otherwise, we have only two relations with Ishvara only. One as an Ishvara Jiva, he is a Bhakta, we are. As a Paramatma, we are one with him. And as a Bhakta Sevaka to him only, we in this world, when we are sent with the Upadhis of the Hendriya, along with all the Varnashrama, the duties that are there, we have to perform. That will help us in helping the samashti, coming out of our own individual vesti, and also purifying ourselves to become qualified for the ultimate. So these are the very subtle Vedantic Vishayas. Here Bhagavan Krishna trying to tell the Gopikas, they being in the Ananya Bhava, nothing else distracting them, it is easy for them to catch. They will catch it. Is it okay, the sound? Once more. Hello? Is it okay? हम्म हम्म एक बार हुआ क्या? I don't know why it is happening. Some internet problem. हाँ हाँ ओके. आपके नींद को कोई डिस्टरबेंस नहीं हो रहा है ना? Then it is okay. Okay, continue. That is the main purpose. Okay. Now, this Upadhi Rahita, Upadhi Atita, Atma Swarupa, Gopikas को भगवान बता रहे. आत्मा ज्ञानमयः. The self real is pure consciousness. That drishti is lost. The Maya projected Stula Sukshma Karana Drishti we have through the practice of many lives we developed. We have to reverse our Drishti vision from Stula Sukshma Karana to the Jnana Swarupa Shuddha Atma. Here Jnanamaya means Jnaptimaya. The Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that Jnana here. Not the intellectual Jnana of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay, Vijnanamaya Kosha is the knowledge through the medium of thoughts. But Shuddha Jnapti Sarupa Paramatma is, it is not thought, it is pure Shuddha Chaitanyam only. The pollution, contamination of thought is not there. Because already we exhaustively studied in Taittariam, the thoughts create the division in the Jnanam of Jnata, Jnanam and Jnayam. That's called as Srishti. What is the meaning of Nihitam Guhayam? We saw very exhaustively with the Bhashyam. The Guha is the Jnana, Jnaya, Jnata, differentiation. Behind the differentiation is Parabrahma hidden. So, as long as we are having the knowledge through the Vrittis, so long the Vrittirahita Shuddha conscious Paramatma, we can't see. Therefore, the Jnaya dropping, Jnanam dropping, Jnata dropping, when we do the pure consciousness, which was expressing as these three, and therefore the whole world of Shir and Sena, all that, that pure Paramatma is visualized. Here, that is called as Atma, Bhagavan says. Atma Jnanamaya. Okay? That Jnana Sarupa, Chaitanya Sarupa Atma is Shuddha. Shuddhi means there is nothing other than it to impurify it. There should be something else to impurify one thing. If it is Shuddha means what? There is nothing impurifying it. Means there is nothing other than it to impurify. The otherness is called Advaita. Therefore, Shuddha means Advaita, Ekam. So that Shuddha Jnana Swarupa Paramatma is one per head nahi hota, one behind all. So this Gopika, that Gopika, this Gopika, that Gopika, that tree, this plant, everywhere behind that Shuddha Atma, Jnanamaya Atma जो बताया वो एक ही है. So in me, a jiva identified with Sthula Sharira is living like life of Jagrat Purusha. With Sukshma Sharira, Swapnika Purusha. With Karana Sharira as the Nidra Purusha. Sushupta. But the Chaitanya Atma is one in all these three. He is Shuddha. He is not one per one of the avasthas. You know, each avastha separate individualities because of the three gunas. That is to the jiva. But the triguna atita, three avastha atita, and jiva atita. Is it not? That Chaitanya Paramatma is one. In me, in you, in all of us. That is the meaning of second word, Shuddha. Third one is what? Vyatirikta. Vyatirikta means other than the five koshas and their lakshanas. Other than three deha or their lakshana. Or other than three avasthas and something weird. Clear? Vyatirikta means other. Whatever there here, these things are not there. Whatever is there is this is not here. That's called totally Vyatirikta. Like in Jagrat, Jagat, there is Stula Jagat, that is not there in that. There is a Triputi, that is not there in that. In that way, all which is there, Panchakosha mein, wo udhar nahi hai. That's the meaning of something other than it, Vyatirikta. Then the next guna is Agunanvayaha. There are no, in that Shuddha Atma, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo guna at all, even little. That is called the pure Atma. And the presence of that Paramatma is through the Anumana Pramana, we can know it through what? Sushupti, Swapna, Jagrat Bihi, which are Maya Vritti Bihi, Iyate. Iyate means its presence is recognized, its presence is felt, and its presence through Anumana Brahmana. And we have taken 7-8 minutes yesterday to say this thought. Ki when Jagrata Avastha coming, going, Swapna coming and going, Sushupti coming and going, and the coming and going of all these three are registered. This is possible only when there is other than these three, apart from these three, is there. So that's how these three avasthas become means to feel the presence of the fourth one other than these three. Only thing is to experience him and realize him, these three have to transcend. And it is only Anubhava Gamya, which in every of the class we are saying 1,000 times. It cannot be objectified with the words in description, nor can be expressed in the form of emotions of the mind, nor it is a concept of the intellect too. It is an experience. उसको ऐसा ही कहा जाता है, ऐसा ही पाया जाता है. कैसा कहा जाता है? Other than the three avasthas. कैसा पाया जाता है? By transcending three avasthas. This is the only way. Entire Shastras talk this way only. You cannot improve upon this way of seeing the truth. Right from the beginning of creation, whoever the Rishi Muni have discovered the self, they have discovered. Like that only, they taught to their disciples also same way. Disciples also tried the same way and then they discovered. In the worldly matters, there can be alternative ways of doing the things. But in the Atma Anubhuti, there is no alternative new way. You may change language. You may say, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Atita Paramatma ke bajay, you can say, the Lord is beyond that waking dream and deep sleep. Language you may change, but the way of discovering Him remains the same. So, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Adi, Maya, Vritti, Iyate. See how interesting? Iyate means its presence is accepted. Because these three avasthas, when they are coming and going, there must be a fourth one who is registering all these three. And who is that? Who is that? That is me only. That is the Dashamaha. Our Taittiriya Upanishad kavi bholla nahi. The 10th person is me only. That is only Anubhava Gamya. And it is experienced as Jnana, Shuddha Jnana. And it is experienced as Vyatarikta, then Agunatmakaha. Is it not Agunanvayaha? So this is how the pointers to meditate on know the self are given here by Lord Krishna to the Gopikas. Very clear, very important. And that conscious self is the truth without which Krishna cannot be, without which Gopikas cannot be. Therefore, Gopikas are Gopikas because of the conscious self in them. Krishna is Krishna because of consciousness in him. And this consciousness behind Krishna and behind Gopikas are not two, it is one. Develop that drushti. From that drushti, we are never apart, never away. We are one. देखो इससे एक समस्या हमेशा के लिए समाधान होता है. What is that? By not having one with our second consciousness drushti, having any other drushti, trying to be one or together, it is impossible. And from the conscious self drushti, you can never be separate because it cannot be divided. And here also, we first have to transcend in our identity, our own upadhi tadatmya, and come to our own inner self. Then only behind everyone, the same self we can recognize. Then only that individuality is in each one, seeing which we are developing raga dvesha. In the case of Gopika, it is raga. That samsara will go away. So when I look at you, as an individual with any of the criteria of relation to me, I will develop little bit raga dvesha, if not at least vyavahara. But if you can recognize the self behind you, before that, if I recognize the self behind me, when I understand the self is one, from that standpoint, when I see you, the same one is you and me. Therefore, there is no raga, no dvesha. None of these samsaric relations will be there. The oneness alone is experience. उसमें फिर और कोई संसार नहीं होगा. It is just being. There is nothing to become. Is it not? Think about it. थोड़ा सा और 2-4 साल हमको शायद शास्त्र सुनना है इसी तरह से in the same intensity, then the Lord will make the things more clearer to us. From today, only one prayer, this Upanishad Jnanam, the Tattva Jnanam should become so strong that we start living it, we start experiencing it. Oh Lord. And that is not in contradiction with the Upasana done to the Lord, nor in any contradiction with the Vyavaharika Dharma. Luckily, that is so. But these Vyavaharas and Upasanas become an abstraction to Paramatma Jnana if we make it so. उसको अपना स्थान देकर, beyond that, don't value it and recognize the self. Try to recognize, you can recognize it. Our ashraddha, that there is a self beyond the vyavaharik dharmas or the attachment to others, is the cause because of which we are lost here only. We are good only. But that goodness is not sufficient. You have to be devotee. But the devotion is not sufficient. You have to be the jnani. And that jnana is anubhava jnana. About what? The self, which is one without second, which is jnanamayaha, shuddhaha, avyatariktaha, agunanvayaha, ityadi. How spashta dekho. Lucky that we are throughout the day studying same thing through all other texts, that it is becoming stronger in our understanding. Only one thing we have to do is spend hours together in dhyanam, slowly to transcend each of the kosha tadatmya or avastha tadatmya to actualize that experience. बस इसकी इच्छा हमारी दृढ़ होना चाहिए. इसके लिए हमारा ज़्यादा समय देना चाहिए. बस. No more obligations. Full stop. Enough. Nothing. Nowhere. Not even one. बोलो कि अभी मैं busy हूँ बस पूरा. It is our khujri only we go to in the world. 1 week, 1 month we stop going anywhere. You just see nobody will remember our presence. It is my experience, I tell you. Very good it is. Then you become introverted. You discover yourself. We are here only to discover our true essential self. That's it. Any other is a projected purpose only, not the actual purpose. If we take them as purposes, we only get bound. This we saw in our morning or yesterday class introduction also. Now, having said so, now the 30 to 33 shlokas are Very, very important topic they are discussing. After that, the two more shlokas, two more. Then the last two more. दो श्लोकों में भगवान एक एक बात बता रहे. In generally, one Paramatma only there. Paramatma, which is Ishwariya Maya Shakti, is projecting the world for his Leela. Okay? Seeing that differentiated, different world, holding on to it with Raga Dvesha, giving its reality to the extent of forgetting reality, all this drama is done nothing but by nothing but our own mind and its projections. That mind which projects should be fully controlled. Mind should perceive the world and put it in front of the intellect. Intellect with the Shastra Jnana to see everything as Paramatma and respond as it is required for Vyavahara. More than that, any problem is created by the Mana only. Therefore, not allowing Mana to project is the highest of the sadhana. In fact, the purpose of all sadhanas. लाइक ए पर्सन इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी. भगवान के क्रिएशन में एक शरीर है, उसमें एक जीव है, हो गया. तो इज ए शॉपकीपर, इज सेलिंग द थिंग, आई एम बाइंग द थिंग, हो गया, व्यवहार हो गया, ईश्वर सृष्टि हो गया, और उसमें परमात्मा है. शॉपकीपर इज अलाइव, या दैट लाइफ इज बिकॉज ऑफ परमात्मा. So he is an individual with this स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीर and जीवा भावा, या that is ईश्वर सृष्टि. दोनों हो गए. Then what is my relation with him? I went there to buy. So I give money, he gives me. Any thought other than it, about any criteria, he is a good person or bad person, or I should become friendly with him. Any emotion, positive or negative, it is mind projected that causes samsara. And it is not at all new. Every day we are experiencing it. To whomever we are meeting in these three criteria, not the fourth, there is no samsara. And to whichever the person other than these three, that he is Paramatma and he is part of Ishvara Srishti, and I have only Dharmic, this relation. Other than this, any projection we do, that is a projection of mind, that is the cause of samsara. Like somebody cheated me. So I have to be intelligent not to get cheated. Now it is cheated. Now I will be careful next time. Or if the loss is bigger, there is a court is there, depending on Lord's Leela and his Anugrah and Prarabdha, put the case. Jita to jita, nahi to nahi. More than that, why he cheated me? How is he cheated me? Such a negative fellows that are there in the world is nothing but mind's projection, samsara. Which is tough to understand, but fact, that's what Bhagavan says to Arjuna, the whole Gita. Arjuna says, ये दुर्योधन याद था, ये मेरा सब कुछ लूट लिया. अरे तेरे भाई ने जुआ खेला, बेवकूफ. And this Bhishma and Drona, the great grandfather and the teacher, both are wrong. Both thoughts are wrong. That's why he suffered. That inability to fight war. Bhagavan gave knowledge. In behind Duryodhana, behind Bhishma Drona, behind you and me, there is one truth. Second, all are in Ishvara Srishti. Third, right now the relation is they are there in the Dharma Yuddha, in the Dharma Bhaksha, your Dharma Bhaksha, as a Kshatriya, whoever are there, you should not see, you should fight. Finished, there is no samsara. But what did Arjuna do? He projected so many things. Therefore, he suffered. Projection is done by the mana. That is why mana niyantrana, vritti nirodha is this. The one who does the nirodha vritti, he will see only Paramatma everywhere. It is the vrittis which are creating multiplicity in Paramatma. Same vrittis, when are made of klishta swarupa, then klishta vrittis are avidya, asmita, raga, desha, vinimesha. Through that, more and more samsara we are creating. Like when you see the nature, you see it, you appreciate it, you enjoy it. At the most, you say, Ishwar ke badhiya sundar srishti hai. Is there any samsara? This is called Jivan Mukti. Everything is like that. If somebody has cheated you, it is Ishvara Leela. That's it. Any projection is samsara. You protect legally what you have to do. If for your own protection, what you have to do, you can do it. You can defend yourself. All those things are right. If somebody is hitting, you cannot say that you can hit me. That is wrong philosophy. Practically, you have to defend your sharira from that fellow. If required, you give though. That's all Vyavahara Dharma required. But Paramarthikata, more than that, no value should be given. Now, the mind is the one which, given license, goes on projecting. And throughout the day, same thing we do. Within a month, the Sasoma should understand this is the nature of the Bahu, should accept for life. Even if they stay together for 50 years, if the Sasoma doesn't accept the nature of Bahu, every day she will suffer in the mind. Bahu accepted Sasoma, accepted, rejected long back from the mind. She is so selfishly happy. She is better than this suffering Sasoma with all her good qualities. Because she is not able to accept. Her mind is still projecting. ये ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए. यार होता होगा लेकिन वो है ही नहीं. जो है सो है. Which is, I'll tell you, these two shlokas are very, very gambhir. बाप रे, बताता हूँ. देखो क्या कहते हैं कि ये ना मीन दैट माइंड बाई विच इंद्रियार्थान ध्यायत. The objects are imagined. Mrusha, though unreal, swapnavat, as in the dream. Uttitaha, when it wakes up, the mind from the dream, where is the whole world that is projected? In the same way, in the waking also, same mind projecting the whole world, giving variety of qualities to the world, creating raga dvesha to the world, prompting us to act according to the raga dvesha. Both actions are wrong, leading to the karma phala of dukkha. See, that all comes in Vivek Chudamani. Manaha prasute vishayana sheshan sthulatmana sukshmataya cha bhoktu. Manaha prasute vishayana sheshan. What is there is Paramatma only. In one Paramatma, the whole world is projected by our own mind. Then reality is given. Then the qualities are enumerated. Depending on the quality, it is differentiated. Then something is called as good, something bad. Good ke prati raga, bad ke prati dvesha. Good for us, not in general. Then we suffer. Like terrorists are bad for us. But for Pakistan, they are good. It is relative. Our Indian army is good for us, but for them it is bad. That's what this mind, which is projecting, here Krishna Bhagavan says, Tat nirundhyatu. Indriyani vinidra pratyabhadyata, which is projecting indriyas and objects at the time of the sleep, in the dream. Same mind is doing same natanki in the waking also. Therefore, this is what is studied from last 4 days in our morning, Taittiriya Upanishad also, when it is said, live at the Vijnanamaya Kosha level. Don't allow the mind to take over. It has only one job of projecting, which is not there. Isn't a person coming? He is giving money or asking money, we don't know, but we go on projecting. I don't know, but I think it's called projection. When you don't know, keep quiet. Or till he comes and tells you, keep quiet and listen. But project, ये आ रहा है पैसा बंद up मेरे से पैसे मांगने को. But he came and gave the money to you, not asked. So where was that emotion or that thought, he is coming to take money from me? Is it not projection only? And didn't we suffer? Why people come to me to ask money? One example. Expand this whole life. हम पूरे मन के प्रोजेक्शन में, मन या प्रोजेक्ट करता है या आशा रखता है. Either it projects or it has an asha. Both are wrong. Projection should not be done. Asha should not be done. आशा है तो निराशा होता है, projection है तो rejection होता है. Then we suffer. That day when we understand it. And how do we understand? Only when we, some 10 years, spend time in trying to study our own mind on the seat of meditation. तब पता चलता है how the mind called as vrittis because of vasanas is going on restlessly projecting. And that is the whole samsara. Tannirundhyato indriyani vinidraha pratyapadyataha. That we have to control the mind which is projecting the world in the dreamer. So too it is doing the waking. And that's what I said next sloka. Etadantaha. Etadanta means this is the end thing to be achieved. What? Mano nirodha. Vritti nirodha. What we are studying. Etadantaha samamnayaha. All the amnayas. Means all the Vedanta का पर्पस यही है. योग सारे योग साधनाओं का पर्पस यही है. सांख्य सारे सांख्य साधनाओं का पर्पस यही है. त्याग सारे त्याग का जो शास्त्र बताते हैं पर्पस ऑफ दैट इज सेम. तपः any amount of tapasyas you do for the purpose of all of that. Damaha the control of the senses. Satyam the practice of habit of practicing satyam. All of them are only for one purpose called as mano nirodha. Vritti nirodha, mano nirodha, mano niyantrana. Example is samudrantaha iva apagaha. Every river in the whole world, wherever it is starting from, flow करके, where do they end their journey? Samudra antaha. Apagaha means flowing waters called rivers. As all rivers end their movement in the ocean, culmination of its journey happens in the ocean. So to every Sankhya, Yoga, Yajna, Tapaha, Danaha, Amnaya, that is Upanishads, purpose of all of that is controlling the Chitta Vritti, not allowing it to project. They are project. कृष्ण हमको छोड़ के गए, कृष्ण गए बस, छोड़ के नहीं गए, उनको जाना था चले गए. अब जाना है तो जाना ही पड़े, जब गए तो यू इंटरप्रेट इट है छोड़ के गए. इज इट नॉट? गए बस, गए, छोड़ के गए, हमको छोड़ के गए, बिना बता के छोड़ के गए. दीज आर ऑल प्रोजेक्शंस ऑफ द माइंड व्हिच आर गिविंग यू ओनली मिजरी. कृष्ण थे, कृष्ण चले गए. उच्च कृष्ण जड़ा अवतार, बट कृष्ण इज आत्मा, ना आया ना गया. ही इज ऑलवेज देयर. Understood? If we don't stop the projection of the mana, we can never be happy. Never ever. See whatever is seen, that's it. Develop the Shuddha Sukshma Drishti, then everywhere we see the Ishvara Leela, which has no meaning other than his entertainment. Then don't add your projection. It is million times better than to stay at a level of I don't know than saying but I think. I don't know is 100 times better than but I think. Because I don't know creates only some problems. And that I don't know can be replaced by knowledge. But the but I think when it happens, that but I think cannot be rejected easily. Because the ego loves its own projections. That's why the boy, when he falls in love with girl or girl with boy, फंस गया. अब हजार बोलो आप, उसका इमेजिनेशन इतना स्ट्रांग हो गया, he will be, you will not understand क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है. This is how the mind works. He has projected and he has given reality to that projection, and nobody acts opposite to his own projection. That is how the function of the ego. Like, why talk about youngsters? You yourself have your own preconceived notions. मैं क्या, मेरे तेरे हजारों स्वामी लोग भी आकर बोले, you will not give up your projection in whose attachment you are there. So to me, because when I project, I love my projection. I want to hold on to that. To break that shackle is so difficult. Even Bhagavan भी fail हो जाता है उसमें. He only goes on guiding. One day I only have to understand that I am in a delusory projected world. Come out of that by myself. That is called disillusionment. From the illusion coming out. भगवान भी नहीं कर सकते. मैं खुद ही भगवान का अनुग्रह या गाइडेंस लेकर मुझे ही वहां से वापस आना है. See, is it not having the same smell, this shloka, like what we see in the 12th skandha, and also in Adhyatma Ramayana? Vidya, Tapaha, Yoga, every one of them you have. But if you don't have bhakti, all waste. Ramayana mein bata rahe. Here also, the purpose of all that is to remove the projection of the mind. What Shastra Jnana says is final. Our own experience, ultimate, is final. Everything else is projection of mind, not true. Don't get lost. At higher level, whole universe is Bhagavan ka projection. वो सत्य है ही नहीं. And on that primary projection of the Lord called as the world, we are secondarily projecting with our own vasanas, with our own raga dvesas. Projecting shatrus, projecting mitra, projecting bandhu, all projection. इसलिए ज्ञानी भक्त सब में भगवान को देखता है या आत्मा को देखता है या नहीं देखता है. इधर मत देखो, देखना है तो भगवत रूप से देखो या आत्म रूप से, स्पष्ट. और किसी भी रूप से देखना, द माइंड स्टार्टेड वर्किंग टू डिस्ट्रॉय अस. दिस इज द एसेंस ऑफ दिस श्लोकास. एतदन्तः, फॉर दिस पर्पस ऑफ मनो निरोध ओनली, समाम्नायः योगः सांख्यम त्यागः तपः दमः सत्यम. Like to reach ocean only, all rivers are running. So to reach to this mano niyantrana only, every sadhana is given. And what niyantrana? No projection. Example is like the mind projects the dream, so to waking. See all this Vaitatya Prakaranam. मांडव के उपनिषद वैतथ्य में हमने ये सब यही पढ़े थे ना. अच्छा, आई हैव टू आस्क यू दिस वे. यही चीज थी ना जो आप सुनकर भूल गए थे. हाँ, अब याद आया. क्या याद आया? भूल गया करके याद आया. पर क्या भूल गया वो याद नहीं. वैतथ्य प्रकरणम, dream was taken for exhaustive study with all explanations. It was rejected as unreal. Just like the dream is waking, the only difference is the waking got stulata hai. But that also is not true. Vitatha, tatha as it is. Tatha is real. Vitatha means unreal. Avitatha means not unreal. Means it is not so as it is. Vaitatya prakaranam. Tatha is as it is. Vitatha means not as it is. Vaitatya prakaranam. Paramatma only avitatham. Everything is vaitatham. Vaitatyam. Therefore, Dvaita Vaitatya prakarana. The second one we studied. Agama prakarana, Vaitatya and Advaita Alata Shanti. Bhagavan is strong here, Vaitatya prakarana. Even after 3 years of Vedanta study, still it is difficult for us to understand this. That means little more we have to deeply contemplate, understand. The play of the mind of projection. There is a table seen by the eye. By the mind, it is said as table. Anything other than that is projection. Information you can have, which company it is made, but it is good or it is bad, it is this, that, all that is mind. ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा क्यों है? Anything, why and how, the wailing and howling is the shouting of the unwanted mind. Remove why and how, why the table is like this. Remove why, the table is like this. You are liberated at that very moment. Why she is like that, why he is like that, you will never have answer. Only answer is remove the why. Ah, she is like that, is like that, then you protect yourself, that's it. And the major why that person is like that, उस person को भी नहीं पता. That much is his own delusion and maya. अब what can you do? देख, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं कि मुझे नहीं पता. अब आपको कौन जवाब देगा? ये स्वामी ऐसे क्यों है? मुझे नहीं पता यार. What time, what vasanas come, what projections come, how much uncertainties I have about my own self. Then how can I come to your expectations? So do you. Is it not? You are in your own uncertainty. How can you fulfill my expectations? Do we have that much freedom or what? नहीं है. हम सब उनके हाथ में कठपुतली है. अपने प्रारब्ध के हाथ में कठपुतली है. अनकंट्रोल्ड माइंड के हाथ में कठपुतली है. Is it not? More than that, what can we do? हो गया. Now the third thing Bhagavan talks about, another reason why I kept you away or left you. It's a very sweet explanation. We need time to study. Tomorrow we'll see. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam Om. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama. Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Sri Suta Sharanam Mama. Sri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Sri Narada Sharanam Mama. Sri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Sri Brahma Sharanam Mama. Sri Vishnu Sharanam Mama. Sri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunthe Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atap Ivantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchada Karhichita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Dvadasha Skandha Abhasascha Nirodhascha Yataschadhyavaseyate Sahasraya Param Brahma Paramatmeti Shabdyate Atatrutiyodhyayah. Om Kalau Narajan Jagatam Param Gurum Trilokanathanatapada Pankajam प्रायेण मर्त्याः भगवन्तमच्युतं यक्ष्यन्ति पाषण्डविभिन्नचेतसः यन्नामधेयं म्रियमाण आतुरः पतन् स्खलन् वा विवशो गृणन् पुमान् विमुक्तकर्मार्गण उत्तमां गतिं प्राप्नोति यक्ष्यन्ति न तं कलौ जनाः पुंसां कलिकृतान् दोषान् द्रव्यदेशात्मसंभवान् सर्वान् हरति चित्तस्थः भगवान् पुरुषोत्तमः श्रुतः संकीर्तितोऽध्यातः पूजितश्चाद्रुतोऽपि वा नृणां धुनोति भगवान् हृत्स्थो जन्मायुता शुभं यथा हेम्निस्थितो वह्निः दुर्वर्णं हन्ति धातुजम् एवमात्मगतो विष्णुः योगिनाम् अशुभाशयं विद्यातपः प्राणनिरोधमैत्री तीर्थाभिषेक व्रतदानजप्यैः नात्यन्तशुद्धिं लभते अन्तरात्मा यथा हृदि स्थे भगवत्यनन्ते तस्मात् सर्वात्मना राजन् हृदि स्थं कुरु केशवं म्रियमाणो हि अवहितः ततो यासि परां गतिं म्रियमाणैरभिध्येयः भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः आत्मभावं नयति अंग सर्वात्मा सर्वसंभवः कलेर्दोषनिधे राजन् अस्ति ह्येको महान् गुणः कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्तसङ्गः परं व्रजेत कृते यत् ध्यायतो विष्णु त्रेतायां यजतो मखैः द्वापरे परिचर्यायां कलौ तद्धरिकीर्तनात् कलौ तद्धरिकीर्तनाद् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे तृतीयोऽध्यायः। Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My dear friends, the essence of this topic, which we are longingly studying from last almost 1 month, is make the Lord established in the heart. The sign of Lord establishing in the heart is the mana, the buddhi, chitta. Always have only the thoughts of the Lord. And the aham is surrendered to the Lord. Thus, when the antakarana becomes Bhagavan Maya, समझ लो कि हृदय में भगवान शाश्वत रूप से बैठ गए. That effort of ours, achievement of ours is giving the chance to the Lord. After which, taking that chance, He removes all the doshas, every sort, not only Kali dosha, Kali में ज़्यादा दोष होते हैं, but every dosha, Bhagwan removes it. Clear? And anything other than the Bhagavan is, just now we studied in our the 10th Skandha, it's only projection of the mana. Therefore, Shrutaha, Sankirtitaha, Dhyataha, Pujitaha, these are all the means given for the Jiva to see that the Lord becomes Chittastaha, followed by it Hrutstaha, followed by Atma Gataha. Atma Gataha. You know? Two ways. I enter into Paramatma is Vedanta. I allow Paramatma to enter into me is Bhakti. In both cases, I am not a separate entity other than Paramatma. Therefore, the first dosha in any of the yoga is the aham feeling it is separate from Paramatma. That is why in our Taittiriya Upanishad, Vijnanam Brahma Ched Veda, but more than that, Tasmat Chet Na Pramadyati. The pramada of the Vijnanamaya Kosha aham is twofold. One, it gets identified with Annapranamana. Then, therefore, second thing, it as it becomes a separated, isolated individuality from the totality and from other individuals. That pramada is the cause of all samsara. Nahi hone dena. Understood? The aham should not be any moment kept aside away from Paramatma. That is called as Atmagataha. At that level of individuality, I am a functional individual which is required to do the work. But other than being a functional individual, what to do, how to do, when to do, when not to do, everything is as guided by the Lord only. For a Shastrajna, he knows through the Shastra what Lord says. But for a Bhakta, from within only Bhagavan speaks. Exactly like that he does. He has only functional entity. This is such a dangerous way of explaining because every individual having listening this will do whatever they like and say that this is what Bhagavan told within me. Whether it is Bhagavan told or it is Vasanas told, you have to be careful. Only the one who has eliminated mamata with every of the upadhi or the vastus, therefore freed from all vasanas, he alone can have Bhagavan speaking from within what to do. Then he alone can say, I am nimitta, Bhagavan only expressing. Otherwise, we are cheating ourselves with this idea that the Lord is functioning through me, I am not there, which is actually the Bhakti Parakashta Sthiti. That's called Hrutsthaha. Then called as Atmagataha. So, evam Atmagataha Vishnu yoginam ashubhashayam dhunoti arhanti. So, put it in our simple language. Throughout the day, let all our antakarana, bahikarana involve only in the Bhagavad related Vidya, Tapashruti, Ityadi. Bhagavad related Shrutam, Sankirtanam, Dhyanam, so that the Smarana of the Bhagavan alone always is there. Chintana Bhagavan alone is there. Darsana Bhagavan alone is there. Anubhuti of Bhagavan alone is there. Anything other than is Maya. Don't give it any chance. From this sacred, beautiful knowledge of our Kruta Yuga, to some extent Treta, we have fallen to the level following the Nastika people's talk that we reject to accept the presence of the Lord only. अब यहाँ तक आ गया है भगवान तो हम उनसे ही लड़ेंगे. See the problem with us? How much we have lost faith, we have lost sadhana, we have lost experience. पहले श्रद्धा से शुरू होता है, फिर साधना होता है, फिर भगवान की अनुभूति होती है. अनुभूति होने के बाद श्रद्धा की जरूरत नहीं है, साधना की जरूरत नहीं है. आई एम ऑलवेज इन द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ डिविनिटी. अनुभूति दूर हो गया, साधना देरफॉर दूर हो गया, श्रद्धा भी नहीं है, देन अश्रद्धा. सेम थिंग विल बी द कोटेशन of Rigveda mantra for the Yajurveda Brahmana of Panchama kosha called as Anandamaya kosha. For the Yajurveda Brahmana, the Rigveda mantra quotation is this only. After the Anandamaya kosha explained. Asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda cheto asti brahmeti ched veda संतमेनं ततो विदुरिति. निर्गुण निराकार ब्रह्म, सगुण साकार ईश्वरा, or Ishvara in the form of avatara, or Ishvara alone is there in the Jagadrupa. Anything other than this is mind's projection. As Nirguna Nirakara Brahma, identification with him. As an Ishvara, surrender. As a Avatara, the Upasana. As a Jagat, the Seva. भगवान को, जगत को भगवान के रूप में देख के सेवा करो, जगत भगवान को अवतार में रूप में देखकर उपासना करो. एज एन ईश्वर सरेंडर करो. एज ए ब्रह्म आत्मा सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादि हेतवे तावत्रय विनाशाय श्री कृष्णाय वयम नमः. So the essence of this topic is that Vritti Nirodha Atmanubhuti we have to be, or the Aklishta Vrittis of Bhakti Vrittis we should have. Other than these two, Atmanubhuti is not there, Vritti Nirodha nahi hai. Vritti ka Utthana is there, but they are not Aklishta Vritti, but the Klesha Vrittis of Avidya, Asmaya, Raga, Dvesha, Vinimesha, we are lost in samsara. Maya is mind only, mind projection only Maya. If you can correctile it, arrest it, there is no Maya. Another way, as we are seeing nowadays in Yoga Darshanam, and here also, accepting Bhagavan as Ishvara and Avatara and go on doing Upasana to him. Definitely, because the Bhagavan is there, he will remove this curtain of Maya. Now, all sadhanas should lead, like all rivers merge in ocean, as we saw now. Every sadhana should lead to making the Lord establish in our heart. Therefore, there is no purifier of the sadhanas greater than the sadhana of making the Lord establish in our heart. इसलिए उसकी जरूरत है. वो उसको दृष्टि में रखकर, in my heart the Bhagavan is established or not, giving that in the perception in view, we have to do all sadhanas with this as the goal. Otherwise, as we started discussing yesterday, every of the sadhana kala mein they give purity. But that is over, again the impurities come. But the Lord is there in the Hridaya permanently. I gave you the example of inner immunity developed, it combats with all the diseases. Immunity is not lesser, is not there, then any of the outer medication supplements you give, as long as its effect is there, we are healthy. The moment it's gone, because immunity is not there, again problems will come. Here also, Hrutstaha Bhagavan, Atma, Atmagata Vishnu hai, so then there is no problem. So that is why now a big question and big answer. स्वामी मैं इतने उपासना कर रहा हूँ फिर भी क्यों सब कुछ ठीक नहीं हो रहा. So you are not making the Lord stay in your heart permanently. Only for some time you are doing upasana, and that time that much only Bhagavan can help. Apart from that, you are again living in the world of projections of the mind and into desires and adharma, papa, bhoga. अरे ये सब छोड़ो, वो तो थोड़ा भी उनका गुंजाइश नहीं देना चाहिए. Always in Bhagwan. See that Bhagwan establishes in your heart. Bhagwan doesn't need for himself, for anything from us, for him to enter into our heart. That's what yesterday Uddhav ji said to Gopikas and all. कि उनको कुछ अपने तरह से पाने का नहीं है, लोक कल्याण के लिए होते. आई नीड भगवान फॉर माई डिवोशन एंड हिज ब्लेसिंग्स एंड रिमूवल ऑफ कली दोष. भगवान डजंट नीड. Therefore, in my interest, I have to make the Lord chittastaha, hrustaha, atmagataha. CHA. C for chittastaha, H hrustaha, A for atmagataha. भगवान को बनाना. So yesterday we saw few sadhanas, 2 or 3 more we'll see today. He says vidya means upasanaye, tapasya, the kayika vachika, manasika hardships which are given by the world, we receive them without complaints, which we ourselves inflict on ourselves to control our mind and senses. That is called tapasya. Prana nirodha, we told you, the pranayama sadhana as well as activities regulated. The Maitri, we said, the Mitra Bhava with Paramatma, us sharing our secrets with him, etc. You know, Bhagavan says, Suhrut Mitra, I am Bhoktaram Yagnatabdam, Sarologamayesharam, Suhurdam Mitram Sarabhutanam. So, Maitri, a friendship life of friendship with the Lord. The Maitri Sakhabha mein, ye Uddhav ji, Krishna, Arjuna, they all come. So through the Maitri Bhava, then yesterday we saw Tirtha, visiting Tirtha Kshetras, staying there for months together, taking everyday bath in that Tirtha Jala, doing the Argya Pradhana to the Lord, and staying there up to the waist level or neck level, doing various japas. These are very beautiful sadhana. Each of these purify the heart to a great extent, but not as much as permanently made the Lord in your heart. If your Lord is made in the heart to stay permanently, you need not reach to any तीर्थ क्षेत्र. घर में ही आपके दिल में ही तीर्थ क्षेत्र हो गया. If that is not done, then go to तीर्थ क्षेत्र to do this abhyasa of making the Lord enter into the heart. In the तीर्थ क्षेत्र, because of the power of the vibrations around, because millions have done and does the sadhana, that helps our antakarana to tune and do the sadhana easily. That's the difference between doing our even parayanas at our home and in a temple. Is it not? When you do in the temple, where there is not much disturbance or sounds of bell, how quietly we do. Why? Because thousands of bhaktas every day coming with same positive thought. In the house, we have fighting, we have all the bhoga vasanas and all. So the ether is of that 4 negative vibrations. That is why we can't do the same sadhana as effectively as at home. Clear? That is why. So Tirtha Kshetra mein jana. Next one he says Abhisheka. Is it not? Doing variety of Abhishekas to the Lord. Vishnu Bhagavan hai, so through Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam, oh Abhisheka we do, Kshira Abhishekas and all. And if Bhagavan Shiva is a Rudras and all. And if Devi Mata, we do the Abhisheka to her through chanting all Suktams, etc. Durga Suktams, Neela Suktams, Sri Suktams, Bhu Suktam, all of them, Veda Suktam, and all Abhisheka. You know, Navarasa Abhisheka, Ekadasha Rasa Abhisheka, Shodasha Rasa Abhisheka, Kshira Abhisheka, Panchamrita Abhisheka. All of that also gives purification. Abhisheka. भगवान कह रहे हैं यहाँ शुकदेव जी, देखो यू कैन डू देम एवरी डे. अब देखो इतने साधना हम सुन रहे हैं, कुछ तो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं आप सब जो सुन रहे हैं? एक तो करो, 2 तो करो. निरंतर नाम स्मरण करो. इफ नथिंग यू कैन डू, इफ पॉसिबल कम से कम ट्वाइस ए वीक हो लॉर्ड भगवान शिव हो विष्णु थोड़ा जल चढ़ाकर प्रणाम करो. Not doing is not right. Doing and stagnant at doing level is not right. Keep on doing higher and greater things. What we are doing in the class is only theory. Theory will not give moksha. Practically, how to do to get rid of impurities, to get the single pointedness, to get the yoga sthiti, get the qualification for inner inquiry and meditation, they are all not the result of mere satsanga. Yes, but if you are very intensely listening with highest of purity मिलेगा आपको ये सब करने से. हर दिन इन साधना में हमको बहुत घंटे स्पेंड करना है एंड डू संकल्प फॉर इट. Like in this life, I am not able to do the puja, abhisheka, bhajana, kirtana, anything of Lord. I only pray, oh Lord, give me the ability and willingness to do all sadhanas which you expect from me to reach you. Now I am not able to do. Please make me. One of the things is study Shastra and doing satsang. भगवान ने आज इस जन्म में ये वाला दिया. But which is not sufficient. I am Atma Pravachan Labhya. Is it not? I can't do other things now, but I'm asking him. So he will make me do in this life or next life, maybe after 1000 life. मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ने वाला है. जब भी हो, reaching him is the goal. And how to reach, he should guide me. Right now, I don't know. I'm praying him. He will make me know. If not today, tomorrow. In the same way, all of us. So, Vidya, Tapaha, Prana Nirodha, Maitri, Tirtha, Abhisheka, and the Vrata. Variety of the Vratas are there. Ekadashi Vrata, Dvadashi Vrata, Pradosha Vrata, Paurnamasi Vrata, Padyami Vrata. Is it not the Pitru Devata Sambandhi Vrata, Janmashtami Vrata, now Shivaratri Vrata, Sharan Navaratri Vrata, Vasanta Navaratri Vrata, going to come now from 22. Variety of the Vratas. All of them also give purity. By this sloka, Shukadevji is telling us that these all sadhanas also required for purification. Along with them, through Shutak, Sankita, Dhyataha, make the Lord establish in the heart. अब ये सब बातें हमारे लिए, सुखदेव जी की परीक्षित जी के लिए तो टाइम है ही नहीं, उनका डिपार्चर का टाइम आ रहा है. It is for all of us. Okay? Vrata is explained. Now, Dana, we all know. Japa is very essential. Easiest sadhana among all is japa. But don't do it mechanically. Try to do with the mind's attention. Then only the japa will give labha. Yajnanam javayagnosmi, Bhagavan said. It is the only sadhana which is common in all religions of the world. There is no religion which doesn't do this. Mantra may be different. The mala may be different. उसको घुमाने का पद्धति अलग होगा. If you go to that Buddha Bhikshus ashram, कुछ भी घुमाते रहते हो, I am him, Mani Padme Namaha, something they do. That is what is their japa. If you go to Krishna, वो रोज़री बोलते हैं, पकड़ के घुमाते रहते हैं. If you go to Islam, अमुल्ला उनके हाथ में भी कुछ तो होता है. Japa is maximum in every of the religion. Maximum. Is it not? That was japa sadhana. Japa is repeating same mantra attentively so that the running away of the mind is corrected. Manorajya kam hota hai, which is very essential. And the tricky of the mind is what? Like a child. When you make him sleep, he is okay. The moment you leave him, wake him up, gets up, then you can't control. So too in the Japakala, mind is trying to be put in control. You leave it, again it goes on projecting millions ways, which is our habit from many lives. अब उसको निकालना है, उतना टाइम लगेगा, फिर जन्म जन्म साधना करेंगे. Tapaha, then japaha, then with all these sadhanas, na atyanta shuddhim labate antaratma, yata hrudiste bhagavati anante. When Bhagavan Ananta is there in the Hridaya, as much purity happens, with all these, that much will not happen. So to say, do all these sadhana with single point agenda of making the Lord in the heart permanent. Have the desire to make the Lord stay in the heart permanent. अभी क्या है, हमारे कोई प्रॉब्लम है, उसको दूर करने के लिए भगवान चाहिए. But same Bhagavan, when I am indulging in the bhoga, I don't want him to be there. That is what, when we are rejecting Bhagavan at that time, we are doing again Kali dosha. We are inviting it. So our love for Kali dosha is more than our love for the God. This basic point, if we don't change, and accordingly we don't establish in the heart the Bhagavan, the Vasana Bala, even though if you don't want, it cannot be removed. That is what Arjuna Sthiti in chapter 3. A very pertinent question. It is very debatable to be discussed this topic. So in exhaustion, I will not do only one thing. One word used by Arjuna is what? Anichannapi. I want to be good, still I am not good. Why my mind is doing papa, even I don't want. Atha kena prayuktaha. I am purusha papam charati. Purusha means mind. Anichannapi baladiva niyojita. So the answer is vasanas. We are friends with vasanas only. Then we are creating more vasanas to us. Only through intellectual knowledge, when we understand that the vasanas are the cause of destroying my mind and thereby our life, and the only thing is you have to come out of vasana, and only Ishvara Kripa can do that. After these many understandings, when we don't add our own vasanas from our side, and always engaged in the activities of vasana ityadi, by which we give the Lord a chance to come in our heart, then these vasanas, that time Bhagavan will remove. अभी हम खुद ही कचरा डाली जा रहे हैं हमारे अंदर, उसमें हम बिजी है, हमको कचरे में ही अच्छा लग रहा है, फिर भगवान को कौन बुलाएगा, क्यों बुलाएगा, बुला ही नहीं रहे हम. It is true we are not making the Lord in our heart to stay because we are busy in suffering in the vasanas in anticipation of enjoyment. That's called Dhritarashtra, that's called Duryodhana, that's called all these दुष्ट राक्षसास. इसलिए सबसे पहला साधना होता है शुभेच्छा. शुभेच्छा टू टाइप्स है. एक, मैं अच्छा बंदा बनूं, दूसरा मैं अपने आत्मज्ञान से मुक्त हो जाऊं. फर्स्ट वन इज अच्छा बंदा बनूं. व्हाट इज दैट? लेट मी बी फ्री फ्रॉम ऑल नेगेटिव वासनास. इफ दैट हैज नॉट कम टू अस, वी आर नॉट साधक. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अरे साधक किसको कहते हैं? जो साधना करता है. साधना किस बात का? इंप्योरिटीज को निकालने का ही साधना है ना. यू कांट से एडिंग इंप्योरिटी साधना. But are we willing to remove them? No. Only because of those vasanas, when we do something extra wrong and get kicked, we are saying that, oh Lord, don't kick me. We are not saying, don't remove the papa from me. In childhood, school में भी हमने देखा, घर में भी इतना कोई गलती किया तो इतने मारते गुरु महाराज, टीचर भी या पेरेंट. And what do they expect to stop their beating? दोबारा ऐसा गलती नहीं करूंगा मैं. बोलो 10 बार, 11 बार, कान पकड़ के टीचर मैं नहीं करूंगा, नहीं करूंगा, ऐसा 10 बार कहने थे वो डांट मारते हो. That was effective treatment. Because you have to decide that you will not do that. That beating of teacher or parent only to show that our beatings are very less if you do the papa. The beating that the Lord gives, it is very serious. They were better don't do wrong. So the commitment and prayer not to do the papa is better than asking for not giving the punishment for the papa. Second thing we do generally, हम कहते हैं दुख मत दो भगवान. हम कभी कहते हैं भगवान मुझे पाप छोड़ना है. And the one who says I want to leave the papa, he has started Shubhecha. For him only all spiritual sadhanas begin. It has nothing to do with how many classes we attended, how many shastras we study or listen or speak, including me. शुभेच्छा इज सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट. कोई भी संशय संकोच नहीं रखना उसमें. आई मस्ट कम आउट ऑफ ऑल माई हृदय अंतर्गत कलिदोष एंड आई मस्ट एक्सपीरियंस परमात्मा. ये थॉट जितना स्ट्रांग होएगा, then only our prayers are heard by the Lord. The Lord comes into our heart. He removes all the negativity. We become pure. With a pure heart, you inquire the self, you recognize it. So this shloka concludes this way. Vidya, tapaha, prana nirodha, maitri, tirtha, abhisheka, vrata, dana, jabhyahi, na atyanta shuddhi lavate antaratma, yatha, hrudiste, bhagavati anante. As the Ananta Bhagavan is in the heart and purifies heart, so much purification is not done by any of these sadhanas. And the reason is simple. When we do all these sadhanas, our ego is stronger. A strong ego wala, he will be only विषयासक्ति होता है और द ईगो का कैपेसिटी कम होता है to remove negative. But when you invite the Lord being Ananta Shaktishalii, He can do it. Therefore, in all our Purana Itihasa, every of the Bhakta or would-be Bhakta asking the Lord, "Hey Bhagavan, remove mere antakaran ke durgunao ko." दुर्गुणों को हटा भगवान, पूछते रहना ये क्लियर. सो होल थॉट इज भगवान मेरे हृदय में निरंतर हो. सो इफ द माइंड इज डूइंग एनी संकल्प विकल्प, इट शुड बी भगवान. If the buddhi is doing any nischaya, it should be regarding Bhagavan. If there is any of the memories are there in the chitta, that should be a Bhagavan. If the aham has to do anything, it should surrender to the Lord and do what Bhagavan says. In this way, चतुष अंतःकरण चतुष्टय चारों अगर भगवानमय है तो मानो भगवान भी हृदय में भी भगवान आ गए और आत्मगत भगवान हो. Such Lord will remove all impurities of Kali dosh. Then, like a lotus leaf staying in water but not touched by the water, we are in the same world around. We are not touched by any Kali dosh. We only see the divine everywhere. That's how the Mahatmas live. In the same world, those Mahatmas live. हम जिसमें है उसमें, बट उनको कुछ भी लेप नहीं होता. Because they have seen the whole world as God, because the antakara became Shuddha, that's because they made the Lord Chittastha, Hrutstha and Atmagata. याद रखना इस बात को. When with deep intense devotion we invoke the Lord in our heart and we pray to Him to remove all our impurities, He will do that jadoo which you cannot understand, which you need not understand, but it will happen. That jadoo is called as the devaluation of everything of the world, consequently never having any raga dvesha to the world. अगर है तो the value of dharma, value of seeing Bhagavan in the world, that's it. वो कन्विक्शन आता है, उसी के लिए भगवान का अनुग्रह चाहिए. वो हमारे पल्ले पड़ने वाला नहीं है, हमको नहीं होता, वो उन्हीं के कृपा से होता है. इसलिए हमको उनका कृपा मांगो. हे भगवान, प्लीज ब्लेस मी to have that pure vision of seeing you only everything. May I not see anybody other than you. May I not see anything in the world which creates Kali Durgunas in me. Go on saying it. He will do it. How and why, we don't know. Nobody of the devotees never have understood how the God has blessed. The how of the God is never known. But the only thing known is what? Certainly He will bless. That is proved also. जैसे किसी के भक्त के जीवन में भगवान ने कैसा अनुग्रह किया नहीं पता होता है, ऐसे ही ऐसा कोई भी भक्त नहीं है जिनके ऊपर भगवान ने अनुग्रह नहीं किया हो. तो हाउ ग्रेस वी डोंट नो, बट ग्रेस डेफिनेटली विल बी देयर because of the millions of examples of bhaktas. So we are one of them. He will bless us also. Only we have to make him hrutstha. Okay? Let us ask him to come to our heart, remove Kali dosha. Now 4 more slokas are there. Maybe in a day or two, we'll see them. Thank you. Om. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. प्राणाय पानाय व्यानाय उदानाय समानाय ब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः. मध्ये मध्ये अमृतपानीय उत्तरापोषणम् हस्तप्रादकृष्णा चमनताम्बूल नीराजनान् दर्शयामि. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन्मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्यमङ्गलम् वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्यमङ्गलम् भक्तजनाधार कृष्ण परमदयावार्धि कृष्ण मुक्तिसन्दायक कृष्ण मूर्तिमङ्गलम् गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परमयो गीश कृष्ण पार्थसारथि रूप कृष्ण सर्वमङ्गलं. ओम न तत्र सूर्योभाति न चन्द्रतारकं नैवाविदितो वा. ओम नारायणाय नमो ब्रह्मादित्य. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूत्रादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद. हरि ओम. थैंक यू. Just 2 minutes. Come back for Adhyatma Ramayana for some time.